Hello, everyone. Good morning. It's a great pleasure to be here to run today's stream with you. Yes, and gradually we're winding down. It's been an awesome time for me. Yeah, quite demanding, but I loved every bit of it. The fact that people, got value. An awesome time for me. The fact that people got value, people, had their trading game changed. People were able to, understand all of these things that we talked about from, it's 9 days today. I think that's so satisfying for me as a person. All right. So this was where we stopped yesterday for Euro JPY, and obviously you can see how prices fast heading to destination where we marked. It's amazing, honestly, like doing this back to back, day in, day out, and then you are also able to see this is why I am strictly committed to trading with the naked chart. I don't believe in indicators, no matter who designed them, no matter what, no matter who is talking about them, I don't use EMAs. I don't use what else? RSIs, anything, any form of indicator. I don't use them at all, right? Because I'm able to watch out for price, mark levels, because at the end of the day, that's one thing that is very, 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 very consistent, right? Trading levels, what else? Support, resistance, demand, supply, very, very consistent. You can take that to the bank and you would always have. So today, in today's session, I want to try and open up all the charts we analyzed yesterday. I can only hope that I'm not going to leave any one of them behind. I think we analyzed Euro USD yesterday also. We analyzed Euro USD, and this is what, just as expected, you can watch yesterday's stream so that you can understand what price is doing now. Price came back to that level, eventually, and then started pushing back. Price is coming back here. Can you see how this sort of looks like what happened on GBP, JPY, Price gets into a certain level, consolidates, then keep pushing to the upside. And yesterday I emphasized on Euro USD that price is definitely coming, from the, what's it called? Price has been steadily going up, right? And that's what led us, the uptrend led us to the consolidation. So while the consolidation is ongoing, you still want to put your focus on the buy opportunities. And you can see every time price gets back here. So this place has now become a very good support level for price. Then also a demand level. Then price is able to push forward to break all the resistance that is on the upside. This would also answer the question. People ask me, support and resistance, they also get broken. They don't hold all the time. Yes, that's true. They only hold in the direction of momentum. All right. That's why you want to focus on the direction that the market is trending. Okay. And you want to trade in that direction. How best can I describe this? Let's say maybe a car is trying to move forward, right? The car is trying to move forward. every time you're applying brakes while the car is trying to move forward, this would stop the forward movement or reduce the forward movement, right? The car only begins to go backward when you engage the reverse gear, right? Until you engage the reverse gear, that's when the car begins to go backward, right? Applying brakes doesn't mean that you start going backwards, okay? The same thing I want you to perceive the market as. Your, what's it called? You have, let me draw it this way. I believe you can see this. And also I talked about this a whole lot in my book. When you have a trend, you always have an impulse and then you have the retracement, okay? So when you have the impulse this way, you have the retracement this way, impulse, retracement, impulse, then retracement, then the impulse, then the retracement, then the impulse. Always see the market in this fashion, okay? Impulse, retracement. The retracement doesn't mean that the trend has changed. When you're going forward, when you're driving your car, you're moving forward, and then you start applying brakes. That's more like the, let's say, the retracements now. It doesn't mean you've changed your direction. You're not going backwards, right? All you're doing is what? Trying to hold on. Either you spot a pothole, the road is not clear enough, you need to get gas, just like you're driving and then you stop by to get gas and someone concludes that you're no longer going, or someone concludes that, man, the car is bad, right? You only stopped by to get gas. See it in that order, right? Impulse, retracement. At every retracement point, the market is coming back to gather more strength, to gather momentum, right? And then the impulse is where the more, okay, now for an example, if we are taking this, if you're looking at this is impulse 1, impulse 2, impulse 3, impulse 4, and then impulse 5, right? This is retracement point 1, retracement point 2, retracement point 3, retracement point 4, retracement point 5. Look at the impulse. Every impulse you have has a longer range of movement, right? That's more money when you are bringing it into the chart, when you're looking at the chart. More money, right? That's the market coming to take more buying force, okay? Understand this. The markets, all financial markets, are basically a representation of human behavior, okay? They are basically a representation of human character, human behavior. That's the note on which I'll be opening to this class. On the reverse side now, look at this. This is the impulse, and then this is the retracement. Impulse again, then the retracement. The impulse again, then the retracement. Impulse, retracement, okay? So always see the market in this order, always see it in this order. Impulse, retracement, impulse, retracement. The question you ask yourself is, do you want to feed off the retracement or you want to focus on the impulse? Do you want to make money off the retracement, which is going to be short term, or you want to focus on the impulse, right? Which is more rewarding, less stressful, and is, okay. So considering that, here is the impulse now. This is another impulse. This is impulse. This is impulse. And then here you have one retracement here. This is a retracement level. This is a retracement level. This is a retracement level. All right, now come back to the charts. come back to the charts. And let's look at what we have when we look at the chart. Let's look at what we have when we come over to the chart. All right, so let's look at this for an example and see how properly spelled out, how obvious. Look at what we have here for price, right? And every time you can see, when you are finding this difficult to understand, when you are finding it difficult to understand the direction in which the market is going, pull up a pencil like I just did, right? On your trading view. You have that somewhere here. This is it. This tool. Pull up this tool. Pull up that tool. And then draw it all out. Mark it all up. And then look at what you are having. That would be able to tell you what exactly is going on. And also understand, right? The fact that price is meant to go up doesn't mean it's just going to be a straight line. It's not going to be a linear kind of projection, okay? So you could have minor pulls here. Can you see how price has reacted? This is clearly showing you that the euro has been having more strength over over US dollar, all right, over the US dollar. Your focus still remains what? The buying opportunities. Are there selling opportunities? Yes. Is it very minute? Yes, because they are just retracements. They are just retracements. Price keeps coming down to take more fuel, more momentum to push to the upside. It's been a very, very profitable week for me as a person. You know, and I just want to hope that it was same for you. Sometimes what you need to, after understanding your technical points, understanding how to draw all of these levels that I've been emphasizing on, what you need to properly check is your emotion, I think in the Pips Mastery Room, Bola has been dropping some calls in there. So let's check them out. Okay, this one just said, what's it called? It smashed all the TPs. All right, so I've not been able to drop much signals this week, practically because of my schedule. Ogola has been dropping more. You know, he trades GBP, JPY more. You know, and then you could see how it's been like all through the week. It's been an amazing week for him and for everyone who has been picking his calls. You know, and that's one of the things we do in the community, just to ensure that we're able to help each other with directions, you know, what I'm seeing, what you're seeing, and then to be able to take those trades. So let's have a look at GBP JPY and see what it's going to be looking like going forward. Price now has shown us the next thing it's doing, which is what? Price has broken this level. Look at this push up, pull back, push up, and then look at the candles we have here. This is an indecision candle, then followed by this strong bullish confirmation candle, right? Ideally, you should take a buy off here, right? That's the ideal situation. After seeing a very strong bullish candle like this, you know, you take a buy position, and then what would be your expectation for take profits? You keep looking way down to the left to find your levels. You look down to the left to find your levels. How would I do that? You can do that easily by zooming in, or you rather just go down to to the H4 time frame. I mean the D1 time frame to catch that. But this is what I see. All right, and this is what Bola has been saying for quite a while now. So expect price to come back here, and then if the push continues, price will do this, come back here, then keep going. Then where would be the next stop for price? It will be these levels. Let me use a short horizontal line, so I'll pick it up from, just to ensure you can get why I'm picking that level. All right, so the next one will be this level. Okay, hold on a second. So you see, the next one will be this level. If you might need to zoom out for you to be able to catch that, but then the next will be this level. If price continues to push to the upside, you would have them, you would expect it to come all through. I want to zoom out so I can pinpoint. Yeah, okay, good. All right, so if you can see this, the way I try to pick my level is just drag your horizontal line or your level, even if I'm picking zones. I look out for where the body of most of those candles are hugely represented, like where there's a lot of massive representation for price, right? So that's what I just focus on. You can see how price is respected at this level. 1, 2, 3, 4, about 4, more than 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About 8 of these candles have their body exactly getting to that point, and then this is the peak of that movement. So your expectation for price should be that price would, I see this one happening before the close of this week, right? Price would come through, break this, then go this way, and all the way, all the way, until when do we start expecting a change of trend? Until we start seeing a down structure, right? Until you see that price has created a lower low. Until that point, man, we just want to focus on what? The buying opportunities. We don't have any other business looking for any other thing in this market, okay? So that said, let me scroll. So today, I'm going to touch over on candlesticks again, how they help us to determine price. What do we mean by price action in itself? When someone tells you, okay, focus on price action, focus on price action. Price action will comprise of so many things, but importantly, it's going to comprise of the candlesticks, how they are being formed, how they are closing, how the body of candlesticks are closing, where they are opening. Are they giving us bullish indications? Is it bearish indications? And all of those things. So those are the things we refer to when we say price actions. Some people try to use currency strength meters. Honestly, I've used all of those things in the past. And for an example now, if you are conversant with the news, you know that UK just got into recession, right? The UK just got into recession. I want to feedback at this point. Is anybody following me? Are you aware the UK got into recession? Very likely you must have heard about that. And what have we been experiencing in GBP? GBP keeps going up. GBP keeps going up. So if you want to go by currency strength meter, it might be telling you, let me check it out. It's not like, let's just look at it together. I think the website is currency strength. All right, good. Currency strength meter. I used to use them back in the days too. But I discovered that all of these things would only complicate your journey, right? They will only complicate your journey. You don't really need them. So many of those things that you don't need, but you might be tempted to just think, oh, like, oh, I need it, I need it. But at the end of the day, you figure out that you don't need them. Someone also asked me why don't I use the paid version of TradingView? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what you need it for though. Like, I don't know what you need it for. But if you think you need it, go ahead. They even have what's it called? A free 1 month free subscription. I've never used it. Like, for you to get the pro version, I don't know what benefit it's going to give. Honestly, I'll be frank. You can use your MetaTrader 4, instead of, I don't know, but whatever works for you, give it a shot. But at the end of the day, you're going to discover that it's just a waste of time or resources. They say, okay, right, some people's argument is because of the hearts. Like, why do I'm just going to do a button click and then the hearts are off my screen. So I've really never considered it. I've never even used the free trial. You have 1 month free trial. I've never used it. Like, what's the point? So it's not, I don't know. That's it. I wish the currency strength meter stuff is going to come up. Let's see what it's looking like for GBP. It could be saying that GBP is weak, but look at all GBP pairs across board and let's see what's happening. Let's look at GBP AUD. We look at GBP NZD. At least a few GBP pairs, and then we would make our conclusion whether the news of what's it called? So let's look at GBP. Let's look at GBP USD first. All right, so on GU. Okay, so what led price to this point was an uptrend. Price is yet to break through this level. Okay, so this is what we see over here right now. If it was true that the fact that the news of GBP being in recession, of UK being in recession, really is going to have that direct impact on the market, GBP pairs should be selling, right? Anything GBP should be on the sell side. GBP anything rather, GBP with any pair should be selling, but on the other hand, it's not happening. So this is why it's important. Stick to technical analysis. You can't control fundamentals. You can't tell the outcome of fundamentals, right? But if technically I begin to see that price has changed direction for GBP pairs, I begin to see downtrends. I'm not going to be stubborn, right? I'm just going to change my expectation for price. That'll be what I would do without any hesitation. Just a second, please. All right. So this is what GBP AUD looks like. And as far as I'm concerned, we are yet to have, let's look at it over here. Okay, good. So we begin to have a downtrend over here until this place is broken. I hope you got this. I'm sure you do. All right, so for me, this is still an uptrend until price breaks this level and then does this. That's when we say, okay, downtrend is established. Of course, obviously, if we have this level again, so we're expecting, our expectation for price should be that price comes all the way here, break over here, then keeps going over here. All right. So that's we've checked GU, we've checked GJ, GBPAUD, we've checked GJ. What we still have is that strength, you know, market is still in a buy. I've said on Friday when there was NFP, I said the only fundamental news I really regard and don't like to trade against or trade with is NFP. The rest, you know, just focus on your chart. At the end of the day, you're going to hit one stop loss or two, and then you'll find, okay, this is the new direction of the market. All right, so which other pair should we check out, guys? I need someone's response. I don't want to do this all alone today. What should we check out? EU. All right, I think we checked EU earlier, but we'll go back over there. All right, let me just quickly use this. While I'm on this GBP AUD, I'm going to show you some price actions that good morning, Chief. Good morning. Look at this. Price was coming from all the way. It was an uptrend, right? Uptrend leading us to this region. And then what did we have here? Look at this. This is a daily time frame. And then we'll have this kind of candle. It shows that price was going excessively bullish. And then on the same day, price was rejected. Massive rejection over here. Let's look at how many pips the rejection level. Okay, we'll look at the push first. Look at the push up for price. Let's take this entire candle and see how many pips it is. This is one candle in a single day. Market moved about 1,000 pips. You know, this, I don't know what year that was. It must have been crazy. And then this is 1,000 pips, right? Yeah, 1,078 pips. And then what happened? Price was rejected by how many pips from this level way down back here? 854 pips rejection, same day. Price pushed up, and then same day it was massively rejected. I know it must have been one very strong fundamental news or thereabout, right? And then what happened? Yeah, this was more like a similar rejection of that same kind of push. This keeps telling you, it should be telling you a story like, okay, price is finding it difficult to push to the upside. Then another trend came up, it couldn't create a higher high. And then what happened at this point, we had price, look at the body of the candle, at the body here, we had price breaking way below, creating this was a more like a retracement now. And then price changed direction. And look at how many pips followed through. Look at how many pips followed through that kind of price action that we saw there. Let's take it from over here up till, you know, this is nearly 1,900 pips followed through, right? When you see some level of price actions, it tells you, it shows you a picture, right? It shows you that the direction of the market is about to change. And when you see it on the higher the time frame where you see the push or the new direction, trying to show you a story. If you see this on a daily time frame, you don't joke with it. You don't just pass it by. You wait. You keep waiting until the only reason why I'm going to go back into a buy on this after seeing this kind of price action is when I see a reversed price action like this. Maybe I start seeing buy candles, right? I start seeing what's it called, bullish pressure, giving me this same exact kind of story at the base here. It shows me that there's still a buying pressure to come back to more like push the market. Buyers are back in town. That's what it would tell me. But unfortunately, they didn't, and you can see how price followed all the way down. All right, so looking at Euro JPY, I mean Euro USD, as instructed by one of the persons on the stream. That's Yomi. Shout out to you, Yomi. Oh, Christian also wants us to check Euro USD. All right, good. So let me spend more time on this then. I'm going to start all over, Let me analyze Euro USD from the scratch. Though if you watch the beginning of the stream, I guess you guys came in maybe a bit late. I started from Euro USD today. All right, so let's look at it from here. One thing is so sure, so certain, is that price is going up. If you look at it from around here, I think from here, buyers took charge of this market all the way. And then it's still the buyers, having a few time in Euro USD. The US dollar, like I said yesterday, has been very, very weak, fundamentally because of the uncertainty in the American economy, whether it's going to be Trump, whether it's going to be Joe Biden or whatever. And the fact that, just like, what's it called? I think it's a very similar situation to what we had in Nigeria back 20, is it 2020 or thereabout? The last election we had, maybe 2020 or 20, no, I can't even remember, maybe 2018 or 2017, whatever, where we were left with two options to pick between a Buhari and Atiku, right? So a lot of people who had the right thinking mindset knew that, honestly, man, Buhari's second term is bullshit. Atiku coming back again is also bullshit. Like, everyone just lost faith. Like, the two strong contenders who were likely going to win were just scraps. Like, so the same thing is happening in the US. People are done with Trump. They're tired of Trump. Joe Biden, and some of the other guys, who are trying to come up, they just don't make enough sense. So the economy is in a state whereby there's a lot of uncertainty, right? So Euro keeps having strength. So many pairs, anything against the US dollar lately has not been very, very good. There's been, buys. If you're taking anything against US dollar, it's been buys. If you're taking US dollar against anything, it's been more sells, right? So coming from that kind of perspective, and for me, I like to just judge the market this way. I want to look out for the points where I should be expecting price to go to. All right. I like to look at the market with the mindset of, where is my money, right? Where am I going to make money today on the market? I'm a day trader. I don't hold my trades till the next day, like some people love to do. If you are very convenient and cool with doing that, that's also very fine. I'm not saying I'm better, or that's no, that's not the whole idea. The idea is that I've known what works for me and I'm sticking with it. I like to look at the market to say, where is money for me today, not today, tomorrow. A swing trader will be considering, this week or the next 1 month, where am I going to? Some other persons might be considering, what am I looking out for the next 3-4 days? I'm looking out for money for today. All right. If you say that's scalping, you'll be right to say that. Okay. So I like to look at the market with that mindset. And since I know that I'm only trying to trade for the day, I won't be looking out for 100, 500 pips like others will be looking out for at a time. I may look out for that and say, okay, the next 3 days, the next 1 week, or all through this week, I'll keep trying to catch pips on this pair. My total expectation is maybe 300 pips, 500 pips. But what am I going to catch right now? That's what I'll keep looking out for. So this is the level. Where would be the next level for price in case price breaks this zone? I'll mark that out also. I have to look to the left to get that. And I'm sure you now know the reason why you have to keep looking to the left. So looking to the left, this is what I found. I'm going to use this. So this is where price is expected first. You can see how relevant it is if you drag this line to the back, right? But I'll just leave it here. It's a relevant zone. I'll just leave it here because I don't need the past much. I need the future. I need to know where my money is, okay? Then also this point would be the next afterwards. Look how price has reacted to this level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to look for the average of that and have my line there. So this is the next two expectations for those who are trading Euro USD. Anything other than that will be where? Will be way above this. Still the average of all these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll just go for the average level and this would be it. So if you want to check out what's the outright potential, if we're picking it from this consolidation level, the overall potential for the meantime is about 600 pips, right? If I want to pick it up from where price is right now, of course, I'm not going to make an entry. I'm not saying you should make an entry right now. The overall potential from where price is right now is about 500 pips. Okay, good. I haven't seen this. What's the next thing I do? Let me start looking for the levels where I can begin to make entries into the market. So looking at this, and then we already established that since it's an uptrend, price is presently in a consolidation level. At the end of the consolidation, one of two things will happen, right? If this is your, oh my God. If this is your consolidation level, for an example, this, all right, and then we'll have this. Don't forget, the end of a trend is the beginning of another trend. So assume this is our consolidation level. Then we could have price, once price breaks to the upside, we'll have a continuation of the uptrend. On the other hand, if price breaks to the downside, we'll have the retest, and then it means there is a creation of a new trend. Either of the two we would be expecting. But I said, and I'll keep saying, when price is in a consolidation, I like to keep my focus on the trend that led to the consolidation. I like to keep my focus on the trend that led to the consolidation, because consolidation, once again, I will explain it like you're traveling, maybe you have 1,000 kilometers to drive. Your fuel tank is just 200, what's it called? Maybe can only take you 200 kilometers at a time. So every time, what do? You stop by at the gas station, you refuel, like you get more fuel. That's going to take you another 500 or another 200 kilometers. What do? You refuel over again, then you keep going. So see consolidations in that light. These are zones where you have more like price is coming to take more strength, right? The buyers are trying to gather up more funds, essentially more funds, right? more people are trying to come on the buying side of the market, right? Because everybody, when I see a trend, maybe I see that price is going very, very fast. I'm not going to rush in and buy that top. I'll wait for that retracement level, right? That's why you keep having these retracements, and that's why the retracement keeps pushing forward until there's no more buying pressure at retracement points. That's when you have a change of trend. So that said, in this consolidation, I'm going to keep my focus on buys. Where would have been the best buy, the first best buy opportunity when price broke through this level and did this and then retested this, having had this bullish candle, which is happening right on the new zone that was formed, this would have been a good buy opportunity. Look at this reversal pattern. It shows you this is also another these are bearish confirmations to show you that yes, price wants to head back down. And price did this, came back to this level. Look at this bullish candle, no wick at the top, no wick at the bottom. Look at the bullish candle that followed, and then price pushed, no doubt. Price pushed, came back here. Eventually, price is heading back to the top. Where can I find my entries? Because as it stands, it's looking like, okay, price is going to head back to this level. Two things you can do right now. If you're a very conservative person, you know, oh man, I missed this trend. Let me wait for price to get here. Let me wait for price to get here. If it breaks to the upside, I'll take a buy. If it fails to break and gives me a bearish confirmation, I can take a sell back to this level. That's quite more risky though, you know, because why? The pressure and the ultimate consideration for this market is what? A buy. It doesn't mean you can't take a sell, right? But understand why I just explained. Now, if I still say, okay, I don't mind, I've looked at this and then I want to go in on a buy, where else can I find an opportunity to take a buy on this market? Can you see a minor zone already? I can see some minor zones. Let me mark the minor zone out. I can mark it out here. You can see how price has always reacted to this level, right? So you can put your rectangle shape here. Just look out for the body of the candle, the most significant part of the body, and then the wick. All right, so I'm going to do just that. So this level, you can expect that price should push back here. And when price pushes back to this point, that's if that will happen. If price pushes back to this level, you can take a buy back here. At this point, where would your stop loss be? You can put your stop loss conservatively, either beneath this bullish candle, right? Depends on what price is doing, how price gets to this level. You can put your stop loss just here, or you can put your stop loss somewhere here beneath this level also will still be cool. So you're simply saying, I know the trend has pushed, but I want to catch what? The minor level and take it to the major level. It's still very cool. On the other hand, you could say, let's go down to H1 and see what price is doing on H1 and see if we can get other levels over there. If you understand me so far, can I get a 1, please? If you understand me so far, let me get a 1. Okay, good. Good, good, good. All right, so now that I'm on H1, H1 is still, let me do this. You can see it still shows more like, let me zoom in a little bit. See how relevant the zone we marked on H4 still remains on H1, especially this minor zone. You can see how price is obviously reacting to it. And now based on H1, this is what I would see. it's quite going to be an aggressive entry, but I can already spot an entry here based on H1. Look at this level. I'm coming. I don't want to force the market, but yes. So simply taking this level, which is this level, if you drag it further down, look at where the body, I'm putting it beneath the body of the two candles here, right? This body broke through it. These bodies were right in it. It's quite an aggressive level of entry, no doubt. You know, it's an aggressive level of entry, but you can still take a trade. What would be the risk level? Let me spell it out. If you take a trade here, from where price is right now, if you decide to initiate a buy, your profit potential will be this, which is 49 pips, right? 49 pips. Where's your stop loss? If I'm taking a buy here, where would my stop loss be? I'm going to put my stop loss beneath this candle, this particular candle, right? Why is that? Look at this level. These two candles, this is an indecision candle. This one confirmed a bullish push, right? This particular, the one before the one we are on right now, confirmed a bullish push. So if I'm putting the stop loss, I'm just going to put it maybe beneath this to say that if price should get what's it called, if this trade is going to get invalidated, or let it be that price pushed beneath this, you know, these two candles that we are seeing right here. So you can just put your stop loss maybe somewhere here. How many pips would that be? Let me see. So that's if you are putting your stop at 1.18110, 1.18110. What's that? Let's see what it looks like. I'm going to measure to know the amount of pips. All right, so that's 23 pips, 23 pips. So it still puts the trade at 1:2. It's still a good trade to take. 1:2. I feel it's still a good trade to take. On the other hand, you can wait for this H1 candle that is forming to close, and the candle is going to be closing in the next 36 minutes. Right? It's going to be closing in 36 minutes. Look at what M30 is saying. M30 is confirming the buys, all right? M30 confirms the buys. So this is how I would look at Euro USD right now if I were to take a trade on here. This was the last 30 minutes candle that closed. It closed very bullish above this level, right? Closed bullish above the level. And then the next one forming already acted like a retest of that level. And then price is trying to push back up, you know. If you're going to wait for this candle to close, it's closing in the next 5 minutes. So it's still going to be a good indicator for you to take a trade decision. Oh, nice. It's amazing. Glad to see that everyone is catching this and, you know, able to understand what we're doing here. So tomorrow is going to be the grand finale. I feel very, very excited. Like, honestly, man, I feel very proud of myself, very proud of everyone who is watching this and those who would watch it much later. Honestly, man, I feel very great. So Euro JPY, we did this analysis from yesterday. I've not even taught the chart at all. We're expecting take profit here. It's over 100 and something pips, and nice, like we're heading there. Like, it's nice. Nice to see all these things, just I'm sure for some persons, if you're new, it might seem to, it might be seeming like magic to you somehow, but when you take out time, rewatch the videos, sit it out, rewatch the videos, give yourself some chat time. Like, you are not going to start seeing the chart the way I see it, overnight. It's not going to happen. Okay. It's not going to happen. Start seeing the chart by like yourself. If you have structured communities that trade this strategy, also keep watching how they drop their chart, If you find yourself to be in a signal room, don't just take up signals like, hey, I just want to take it up, I want to make money that way. Always look out for, okay, why is this person calling take profit here? Why is this person calling an entry here? Why is it calling a stop loss for this level? That's one thing that will help you to discover that most of the Telegram, signal room, they are all garbage. I know, I can tell you categorically. You won't believe I once was in a group like that. We're trading gold. I think it was gold 2017 thereabout. This guy called gold stop loss. Stop loss is 100 pips. Take profit is 10 pips. Take profit 10 pips. Stop loss 100 pips. Honestly, then I didn't even know anything about trying to understand charts. It was a friend of mine who was way better experienced that told me, like, guy, did you take that trade? I said yes. It was like, close it now, close that trade. That's a very dumb trade. How can your stop loss be 100 pips and your profit is what? Just 10 pips. So it means when you make money off that kind of trade, it doesn't make any sense. Like, what you stand to lose is way more than what you eventually stand to gain. Honestly, I'm not joking. Like, I'm sure if Peter was here, Peter can remember. Olumide Akinyemi, if he's listening right now, he can also remember. Like, he was the one who told me, like, guy, don't take that trade. That's straight up garbage. Like, imagine. And then, by and large, I'll be fair, I'll be honest with you guys, that trade went to eat stop loss. So imagine you can't even make a 10 pips trade. Like, anybody can eat a 10 pips TP. Like, with very little education, you can eat a 10 pips TP. But yeah, we went for a 100 pips stop loss. And so many things like that. Some people don't even understand spread. I remember I was using a broker then, and the signal room said trade GBP. I think it was GBP NZD. GBP NZD on my broker. Then the broker I was using then had stop loss of 14 pips. I mean, what's it called? Spread of 14 pips. My spread was 14 pips. The entire trade we had to take had just about maybe 26 pips. So you could imagine that, and the stop loss was around maybe another 20 pips. If I was going to lose on that trade, I'll be losing like 34 pips. If I made money on the other hand, I'll be making just less than 12 pips. Because why? Spread alone is 14 pips. So these are things nobody's going to educate you about them except you find someone who is so dedicated and committed to your growth. Okay. Understand. So don't just, get lost in trying to chase signals. They are very good. They could be good starters, helping you to make money. If you are not a greedy type, you can make money of signals, no doubt about that. But if you are not disciplined personally, you may not be able to make money off signals. What you can do, the best way to use signals, I think I did a video on that on my YouTube channel right here. The best thing you can do with signals first is trying to use them to understand the person's bias for an entry or exit point. And it's okay for you to disagree. It's okay for you to agree. It's okay for you to disagree. Okay. Just keep using them as educational tools, right? It's a very good way to learn once you have been able to master the basics, right? Once you have learned the basics, you can use these signals to more like help your own judgment, help your own ability to make decisions while taking trades. They could help in that order, All right. So tomorrow is Friday. Definitely, I'm not going to be taking any trade on Friday. I took a trade last week Friday. Usually I don't trade on Fridays. I was stubborn last week, and it didn't end well. So I'm not this Friday. I'm not going to be taking any trade. We're going to use it to wrap up this the whole live stream session. I want you guys to come around with me. Um, and as much as possible, I want to get a lot of audible feedbacks. So if you're interested on being on the live tomorrow and you would want to have the Zoom link so that we can discuss together, I really want to hear from everyone, whether you're a Pips Mastery student, whether you are not. I want to hear from everyone, right? I want to hear your experience, your journey. Let's do all that together tomorrow, okay? I hope that's fine. So you can just send me a DM. Send me a DM. I'm going to give you the link. The link is already available. So I'll just share it with you tomorrow, 9:30 a.m. Nigerian time. We just bop in together. Let's talk. Everyone's gonna have like 5 minutes to themselves. If you want to share your screen, share your journey. That's what we'll be doing tomorrow. Okay. So it's been another awesome time, sharing my chats with you guys. Um, Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for finding value in this. Drop the likes, share these videos on YouTube, especially. Please, I want everyone to share. Subscribe to this channel if you are yet to do so. Please go ahead and hit the subscribe button. All right, hit the subscribe button and encourage your friends to subscribe to this channel. It's going to go a long way in we getting started and launching fully. We do live streams every blessed day, right? Every blessed day. I can't wait for that to start happening. All right, see you guys tomorrow. Have a blast.